What's up, guys? So just had a very nice lunch at this cafe that I found in the middle of nowhere. As you can see, I'm like in the countryside here in Bali. I haven't really explored this side of Bali yet because I've kind of just been in the city, kind of busy streets with the scooters and traffic and all that kind of stuff. So it's nice to come out here and it's just a lot more peaceful. Look at that. That's incredible. I mean, to be fair, like these type of like views you kind of get similar in New Zealand, but it's just nice to experience like a different culture, you know, different lifestyle, I believe, because like you can be in your hometown, but you kind of get used to it, really. Let's be honest. So that's why it's so important to go out and travel and explore the world, because there's so much to see, there's so much to do, so many people to meet, and you will get just a different perspective on life. Like New Zealand is obviously very beautiful and lots of people come there, but like when you come here it kind of humbles you a bit, because the streets, as you can see, are like, you know, they're kind of broken and, you know, there's holes in the pavements and stuff like that, and it's just overall a bit dirtier, if you understand. So it's nice coming here and just kind of experiencing that, because then you get a different view on life. You get to see how other people live their lives, and you become more grateful in what you do and where you live. So I'll probably, you know, head back to New Zealand. I don't know when, because I haven't got a ticket, but I'll probably head back to New Zealand, and I'll be super grateful for where I am, because, you know, I come here and it's a bit dirtier, it's a bit like messier, which I don't mind, to be fair. It's fun, it's cool. It's like, it's getting back to the roots of human nature. I'll let this truck go by. Oh, yes, boys. So I'll go back to New Zealand grateful for what I have, because a lot of people in the West, they're not grateful enough, and they kind of just, you know, moan and complain about everything. Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. But when you come to these countries and see what other people have to deal with and live with, then you become far more grateful. But I'm not saying this is bad or anything. This is fine. Like I can live here for sure, but you just appreciate what you have more. So yeah, I mean, countryside there, beautiful. But yeah, bro, experiencing different countries is so cool. It's like one of the best things, and it's just different views, different, like, the human eye loves like nature as well. So if you can get out in nature more, then that's great. And I think one of the best things you can do for your mental health and physical health and well-being as a human being is go for a walk in nature. I think it's amazing, and it just clears your mind, makes you more focused, and if anything, it gives you free motivation to go back. Let's say you're doing your work, right, and you're kind of burnt yourself out. A walk in nature will like re-motivate you to go back and do your work. So now I feel motivated to go back, because I've spent like maybe an hour away from my work, and now I'm motivated to go back and do some work, because I've just taken a walk in nature, cleared my mind, cleared my brain fog, and I just feel better in the brain. I had a bit of a headache before, but now I've just been for a walk, I feel much clearer. So go for a walk in nature wherever you are. Don't, even if it's your park or your suburb or whatever, just go for a walk in general. Even better if obviously it's in nature. But yeah, bro, exploring countries is amazing, and especially at a young age. So if you're in doubt of like booking that ticket, then just do it. Yes, lads, how you doing? All right. Dortmund. Yes, sir. Everyone's so happy here as well. Like, you can just say hi to everyone and they just say hi back. In the West, everyone's kind of like got their head down, like, you know, always angry. They just look, when I went to London, you wouldn't be able to say hi to like someone. They just look so angry. They got their suit on and everything. They just look so unhappy. I just don't like that way of living. Like, you got to relax. Come on, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. But yeah, bro, I definitely do like developing countries. And this is like the first time I've been to like a proper developing country, especially on my own. So it's very cool to see. But Yeah, especially when you're young, go explore countries is one of the best things you can do as a as at any age really, but if you're young it's awesome because it opens up your eyes to different ways of life. Because when you're young, you don't really know what you want to do, and obviously school doesn't really help you with that. They don't really give you a good idea of what to do in life. So when you go travel and experience different things, then it opens up your eyes to so many different possibilities, and it obviously like humbles you and makes you grateful for what you have. So that's my biggest advice to you. Just go book that ticket if you're in doubt. I was in doubt of booking the ticket to Bali because of money. I thought like, oh, I won't have enough money. And you know, last year, like September time, when the football season ended, I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go travel like next year. And then it, you know, it was already like January, February, and I still hadn't booked the ticket to go, you know, to go anywhere. Wait, pause a second. What animal is that? Is that a cow? Someone tell me in the comments what animal that is. But anyway, yeah, I was in doubt of booking that ticket because of money, and I thought, oh, I needed this much money to go, or I'll go travel when I have this much money. But bro, time goes quickly. Just book that ticket now, and especially if you're making money online, then it's so easy to be in these countries. Because if I have to be honest, you only need about $1,000 a month to live in these countries. If you're like really not tight, but if you're really kind of cautious of what you spend, you could definitely live here for $1,000 a month for sure. 1,500, 2,000 for sure, bro. But to be honest, I've spent a bit of money, but I haven't spent a lot, and I'm so grateful I booked that ticket anyway, because it'd be like September, October time, end of the year, and I'll be like, oh, I haven't traveled, damn, because I was too focused on making that money first rather than just going out and experiencing it. So go out, book that ticket, and experience these different countries, because there's so much the world has to offer and you don't actually realize, and you get a whole different perspective on life and just way of living in general. Because there's, you know, 8 billion people in this world, and they all live a different life, and you need to experience that. So you, as a young person, or any person in general, whatever age you are, can figure out what you actually want to do in life, because there's so many different ways you can live, so many different things you can do, and I'm obviously finding out what I want to do. Personally, I love doing these videos, content creation, online business, so I'm figuring that out, and the only way I was able to do that is by experience. You know, when I went over to England, you know, my biggest goal was to become a pro footballer and all that kind of stuff, and I was going hard on that, and I still have that kind of like thing in my mind, like I do like playing football and stuff like that, but I was only able to figure that out because I went and traveled. And that's the only reason why I kind of got into content creation as well, by, you know, experiencing a different way of life in England, and realizing that I don't actually want to be in like one of those super developed, well, not England's not really developed, but long story short, I thought England was like my home, and I had to go live there to experience what it was truly like. And I've come out from that trip realizing that England is not my home, and I do not want to live there. So you got to just go experience things. And another one, like, I thought somewhere like Thailand or Bali would be my home, so that's why I came out here, to see what it's actually truly like, and then I can have an opinion on it. So that's my biggest recommendation to you. Just go experience different things, book that ticket, and you'll get an opinion on different stuff, and you'll get to figure out who you truly are, and you're always going to keep learning and keep experiencing things, and that's the fun bit. But that's all I can say. Book that ticket, experience different things, and you'll be so grateful, and you have cool stories to tell when you go back home. And you can, that's the worst case scenario, you just go back home, that's it. But look at that, I mean, except this rubbish. That's the only thing about these countries, is the rubbish like that. Apart from that, it's pretty beautiful, pretty decent. So yeah, that was a walk in the countryside for you. But book that ticket, bro, just do it. and just go for 1-2 weeks. That's all. That's what my dad said to me. He said, why don't you just go book that ticket? Why don't you just go for like 1 or 2 weeks and see what it's like? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. And then I just did it because I was like, fuck it, let's just do it. So yeah, just go book that ticket for 1 to 2 weeks and see what it's actually truly like, and you'll be fine on your own. Don't think about like, oh, I'm not going to be okay solo, or I'm not going to enjoy it by myself, or I'm going to be scared, all that stuff. Half the stuff that the West tells you about these countries, these developing countries, is complete bullshit, in my opinion, from what I've experienced so far. And I've been here for like nearly 3 weeks now. What they tell you, like, oh, it's not safe, all this kind of stuff, vaccines, all that kind of stuff, is rubbish. You just don't listen, okay? But obviously you make your own decisions, do your own research. I did my own research before I came out, and I feel fine. I feel fine at the moment. So do your own research, of course. If you want to get the vaccines and all that kind of stuff, up to you. But I personally didn't want to because I don't like that stuff, and I feel fine at the moment. So do your own research. Look on the internet, look on a bit of TikTok to do your own research and all that kind of stuff. But don't feel as though you're going to be super prepared to come out to these countries. You don't. Just relax and just come out for 1 or 2 weeks. You don't even have to book a return ticket. Just book a one-way for 1 week, or like book a one-way, come out here, stay here for a week. If you don't like it, book a ticket back. Done. Easy. All right. Book that ticket and see what happens. All right.